we're writing some trig IDs that we already know, and the first one is sine of a plus b. And you can move some of that Latin stuff for now. We'll put it back up, and I'll put it back up later. Hi, Hannah and Abby. Here we are, and we just finishing our test, and here we are developing some more trig IDs. So,
Like
all right, you might have to switch to yellow.
Do we leave space in between them or no?
Does that show up? I guess.
Do you leave
Can you
space
switch
in
to
between?
yellow?
Does this work?
Do we leave space in between?
It's about the same, actually. All right, we'll go with blue. All right,
Should we leave
that's
space between them?
no, that's okay. All right, so then underneath it, Molly, you're doing sine of a minus b. Is this a big glare right there? I don't know why. All right, so Hannah, as they're doing it, please, this will be your next trig page. What are we up to? Are we 131 or 129? Does anyone remember?
No.
It's 31, but I'm
I
not
have
sure.
no recollection.
Are we adding this to the? Wait, hold on.
We will add it to our
We
trig
are
ID
on
page.
Page 131.
131. So write this on your 131. And now, I was going to say right above it, but there's no above yours, Allie. I told you to write it up high. All right, we'll title this later when we sit down.
I can
so
title it.
no, that's okay. Now let's go ahead and add these two. Like when you have two equations, you can add them. So put a big plus sign and a big line under the two. So we're going to add the first equation, right, and that includes this side as well. So put your plus sign. You can look over here at Molly's, and yeah, there we go. So we're going to add these two equations, which is allowable in mathematics. So you're going to get sine of a plus b plus sine of a minus b equals, then some things cross out and tell me what's
Do I put a
left.
sign here or no?
Yeah, that's where it is. Since we're adding this to this. So this plus that. Good.
Cosine A, sine B is cross out.
Yes.
And then these, there's just two.
Right, so go ahead and call it 2. All right, equals. You're to the equals part. Now you're adding this to this and this to this.
What's going to be 2?
Right. Let me see how that shows up. So when we add those two equations, you can see what we have now. It's a little glary. Let me move it so you can see it better. All right, you can go ahead and pause it and get that down.
Are these cut out?
All right. Now we'll title it. That is a sum. You can title it anywhere, Allie. Notice we have a sum on the left, and what do we have on the right?
Multiplication.
Which is called a,
Factor.
no, that's division. What's it called when you multiply? No.
Factor times
When you,
factor
the
equals
answer
product.
to an add problem is a sum.
Product.
Product. That was the word. So we'll call it sum to product IDs. Turns out, right in the middle of your calculus life, you will have to take integrals and derivatives of things. And sometimes it's easier to take the derivative of a product than it is a sum. So you now know how to go from a sum to a product. Where, see, the plus sign disappeared. Isn't that exciting? All right. So, I want you to do the same thing. Let me write that result down over here so you can actually, well, yeah, leave it up there. You've got room. Go ahead and write those same trig IDs again. So we're going to repeat that. So write the first two again, sine A plus B. Hannah and Abby write sine A plus B again. That's trig ID number 27. And on top, underneath, sine A minus B, ID trig 28. Just the same setup. And indicate with circle or square or rectangularize the answer to the first one so we don't lose it. Because that's a trig ID. That's going to go on your stuff. All right. So this time I want you to subtract the bottom one from the top one. So it's the same sort of operation. See what you can do with that. So we're going to take sine A plus B and get sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. But what happens over here? Because we're subtracting, the signs change. Right, so because we're subtracting, this will become a minus, so I'll put it in for the viewers. And then what will happen to this sign? Becomes a plus.
So it's the
So
same thing.
look at that. So circle away if you got what Molly got. Okay, let me see. I've got I'm trying to teach out on my physics notebook, so it's not working. All right. All right. Go. All right. Hannah and Abby, we're going to pause there and go to part 2 because they're going to sit down and write those in their comp books, and we'll be right back with you with the next developments.